just keep like rubbing on it like it's gonna like tell me something. It's a, oh, there's a lot. Oh, it's hot. Why is it hot?
3.
Why was that warm? Oh, no.
All right, final guess.
And we are live in the heart of Temecula Valley today, shooting from Mount Palomar Winery. So come with me. I'm Claire McKee. This is The Know. Did someone say West Coast exotics? My first guest today is Hunter Michelli. He is the GM of West Coast Exotic Cars right here in Temecula, and they are one of the highest quality dealers of exotic cars in all of Southern California. Hunter, come on over. We arrived in style today. How are you? Good to see you. Please have a seat. So, okay, first things first. Tell me about this beauty that you were so kind to drive me up in.
So this is a 2018 McLaren 720S in Elite Volcano Yellow. So very nice car, actually one of the highest performance supercars that you could buy today. The 720s have really unmatched performance because of their chassis. It's essentially a carbon core chassis. So it's a lot lighter than all the other cars,
okay.
And McLaren does a lot, especially with their racing development, to make the traction control system and everything about the car just perform better than really anybody else does right now. Of course, that's subjective to opinion. Everybody has their favorites,
sure.
But McLaren definitely takes the cake for
so what you're saying is that's a whole lot of fun to drive.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, that's...
Tell us a little bit about what West Coast Exotic Cars is all about. How did that get started?
So, with West Coast Exotic Cars, really is creating the highest quality customer experience from the introduction to whenever we first meet a client to whenever a deal closes, and all the parts that happen before and after that. So that's really everything from sourcing cars to really knowing about what to look for on cars. So a lot of times we'll go into other dealerships or maybe clients' homes, and we see cars that really should be perfect and are described as perfect, but in reality they're not. And something to where, you know, myself and a team member could walk up to a car and be able to tell from 10 feet away if maybe a bumper's been repainted or if something doesn't look right. And that's really what sets us apart from everybody, and that added value with that of maybe avoiding a situation that could have easily been fixed by having the right people help you.
Sure.
So we actually privately source everything. We don't purchase anything from auctions. Everything's from either repeat clients of ours, different friends of ours in this industry, and really just the best cars that are out there.
So let's talk about that process, because what I'm hearing is that you pay great attention to detail, and just a normal person off the street, things they may not notice, right? So what is that process for purchasing cars before you take them to your dealership?
So it really starts from a background investigation on a car, like you would do on maybe somebody that you are going to hire, or like a background investigation from
for
a
your
police
newest
officer.
boyfriend? I don't know.
Oh, no, not that. No, but from really just searching the internet for any type of previous accidents, floods, anything else. I mean, through any type of business, we'll go through different experiences that help us learn. This one particular instance where we purchased a Corvette ZR1, we bought it from a trusted dealer online, and keep in mind this is in the earlier days of West Coast Exotic Cars, and really what we learned from not buying from auctions, is this particular car showed up, and I wasn't really involved in the buying process of this particular one. It was Eric, which is the owner of our dealership, and it was really a trusted dealership, and a Chevy dealership for that matter. So we thought, just like a client would, that we wouldn't have any type of problems with this transaction or anything else. The car shows up, and I like everything. Pop the hood, open the doors, start looking at the car and just inspecting it whenever it arrives. And I noticed something was off. And I couldn't quite tell what it was, but there was just a little bit of like a white residue on part of the lower part of the doors, and some of the bolts were a little bit more anodized or I guess, oxidated than
Okay.
than what should be there and what we've seen in the past. So after doing some extensive searching, I actually found that car on an auction website.
Ooh.
With a salvage auction website, for that matter, with no engine, no transmission, no seats, no carpet, no nothing. It was on base metal Corvette wheels. It was up about 2 foot higher than a normal one because there was no weight in the car, because there's no engine, trans, anything like that. And immediately the switch flipped, apologize. And I knew that wasn't
You were like,
a car for
something's
us.
fishy here.
Exactly. So we ended up matching up the photos on that website, and were able to do background investigation to potentially and definitely keep one of our clients away from that car. So we actually sent that car back immediately.
Because that's a reflection of you and the business, right? So your clients are gonna come back to you and say, hey, wait a minute, what did you sell me?
It is, exactly. And that's what we really fight to not have. We want to have every single client of ours be able to bring any car that they purchase back to us, and my goal for them is to either lose as little money as possible, not lose any money, or potentially make money depending on what they're purchasing.
Absolutely. Well, Hunter Michelli knows his stuff. West Coast Exotic Cars knows their stuff too. Thank you so much for being here. Please help me welcome my next guest, John Petty, who is the Vice President of the KPC Group. John, come on over.
Hi Claire, welcome to Mount Palomar.
Oh, hugs. We give hugs here. It's good to see you. Please have a seat. Thanks so much for joining us
Oh,
today.
my pleasure.
So, I'm really excited because we're here at one of the oldest wineries, Mount Palomar in Temecula. But you guys, not only are you an amazing winery currently, but you have so much in the works. So tell us what's going on.
Claire, we closed escrow on this property June 28th. We did not close for the status quo, we closed for the future. And the future for this winery has already been approved by the County of Riverside. Includes 180 hotel rooms. It includes a new wedding facility, a new 7,000 square foot restaurant, a new tasting room, a new banquet facility that is capable of seating more than 1,000 people.
Wow.
And the icing on the cake is a 2,000 seat outdoor amphitheater.
Wow, so you are challenging the status quo. We are getting bigger and better, right?
Absolutely. We are taking the bar to a new level in Temecula wine country.
That is so exciting. So when do these plans expect to be finished? When can people anticipate?
Well, as I mentioned, the approval, which is really the hard part, has already happened with the County of Riverside. We are currently doing our construction documents with architects and civil engineers. We actually have started doing a minimal amount of grading, and we hope to be, after the harvest in October, doing some other clearing in anticipation of starting official construction by first quarter of next year.
Wow, so let's go to the other side. This winery has amazing history as well. So we talked about the future. Tell us a little bit about the past.
Mount Palomar Winery is officially the second oldest, but only by a few months behind Callaway. It was in 1969. The Poole family started this winery, and we have an amazing history in terms of viticultural. We have some of the oldest Cortese grapes in all of California. We have one of the oldest Soleras, which is our cream sherry, which is always sold out every year. You know, from a wine tasting standpoint, Mount Palomar has won many, many awards and is one of basically the highest regarded wineries in Southern California.
So I was chatting with Shara, the tasting room manager, earlier today, and she mentioned that you guys have an impeccable record as far as when you send a wine to some sort of competition, they always place.
Always place.
That's incredible.
Yes, no, it is. It really is. And you know, the story of Mount Palomar, we think, is a great story. It hasn't been properly told. Mount Palomar has kind of been this kind of iconic dinosaur, if you will, kind of sitting in the hills. And that's, you know, while you're here, you've seen, while a lot of wineries have great buildings and everything, they're on flat land.
That's true.
Here we have incredible views. In fact, our hotel will be facing Mount San Jacinto, Mount San Gorgonio, the two highest peaks in Southern California. the views here are the best in wine country. So we're going to take advantage of that.
I love it. So lots coming here at Mount Palomar Winery. Tell us a little bit about your background. You were actually the commissioner for Riverside County for a period of time, right?
Yes. It's kind of an ironic twist. I was on the Riverside County Planning Commission for 17 years. This was my area, the 3rd District. I had a big hand in what's now called the Temecula Wine Country Plan, which basically planned wine country for the next 20 years. Right now there's about 40 wineries in wine country. In 20 years there's planned to be about 125 wineries.
Whoa, okay.
So it's been an interesting process for me, and to actually have a hand in the planning of wine country and now be a part of one of the major wineries in wine country. I've just kind of come full circle, so it's been a great experience.
Full circle indeed. Well, John, we really appreciate you taking the time, sharing all this amazing with us.
And thanks for coming again.
Absolutely.
And be back anytime you want.
We'll come back. I think we will. We'll take that offer. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We can't let our guests get away without getting a little weird, so we're gonna play What's in the Box, and account executive with Corner Escrow, Lisa, is up first.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
Okay, so here's the deal. It's gonna be you and John versus myself and Hunter, and whoever can guess the most is gonna win. So you're each gonna get to go one time, and then we'll have a tiebreaker if necessary. So are you ready to find out what's in the box?
I guess I am.
All right, so the holes are on the side. You just slide your little hands in there and let us know what you think is going on.
Oh, man.
All right, so you're gonna slide your hand in here.
Oh, okay.
Under the
Oh, gross.
Ooh, what do you
Ew, I don't know what I'm feeling. Something gross. Am I allowed to take it out? No?
No, but tell us, describe what you're...
It's wet. It feels like lotion. Is it a food item? Do I get hints?
See, I don't know what it is, so...
There's water? I don't know. How many things am I feeling?
Keep guessing.
Okay, so sunscreen?
Who's judging? That's what we need.
Sour cream?
So it's definitely a liquid.
Okay, well there's a plate in here. There's definitely a liquid. It's like cream. Okay, so sour cream, yogurt.
Anyone?
Pudding.
I do love some pudding.
Ew, gross.
I'm feeling around it.
Okay, I'm done. I don't know. Pudding? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pull it out. Ready?
It's
You
gross.
can take your hands out.
It's gross.
Ew.
What is that?
What is that?
That's
The
Cody.
soap?
Cody's one.
Cody. Oh, gross.
John Petty, it's time to come on over and find out what's in the box. You're up.
Claire, I'm trusting you.
You might want to roll up those sleeves, should
Well, I can roll them up to a point. Once I'm
Here.
taking my jacket off.
Okay,
So.
just go for it.
Yeah?
All right, hands in the box. Tell us what
Fine.
you feel.
And I'm doing this
Right
underneath.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, all right. It's gooey. It's really gooey. I'm saying, geez, it's not dishwasher soap. It's like
It's like liquid?
it's pudding of some type, or
Pudding. You got it. You got it. That's
Is it
what it
really?
is. It's pudding. It's chocolate pudding.
I'm an expert at reaching in for pudding. Chocolate pudding.
No. I'd say give me a high five, but please don't.
All right, well, all right. So,
Point for
who's
your
got a
team.
towel?
You got no towel. Sorry, that's just how you live your life now. That's
Okay.
it. My next guest is Hunter Michelli. Hunter, it's time to find out what's in the box.
Yeah, I'm so excited to find out what's in the box. Generally, when people ask me to put my hands in like random boxes under sheets,
It's completely safe.
I ask what it is generally, but I guess we're gonna try it
Totally
today.
fine.
There's remnants of the last thing on the edge of this, just so you guys know.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything.
You feel a little pudding in there, is what you're saying?
Gosh, what? Man, what is this?
What are you feeling?
It has a consistency like there. Oh wow! I mean, honestly, do you guys want to know what it actually feels like? It feels like if you were to like put vomit into it, make it cold. That's kind of what it is.
Vomit.
Oh man, what
I did
is
not
it?
throw up today, so.
What is it? Claire, I'm letting you down this time.
So consistency is that of vomit.
I mean, it
So
has
it's
like chunks in it.
It's like thicker than liquid. Then.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
It's like rice pudding.
Ooh, I feel like you're on the right track.
Oh, and
Keep
it
running with
has
that.
beans in it, like red bean something. I don't know. This is cultural for sure.
I'm gonna just throw out there that I'm from the Midwest, and we go hard on this in the Midwest.
30 seconds.
It is cultural indeed.
What? This not cheese curds or something? Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio, but that's
Ohio.
Not gonna, that's
What do you
not
guys
gonna
eat in
help
Ohio?
you. Buckeyes? I don't know.
Let's see. What is it?
In the Midwest. What do we like?
Grits?
Okay, you're on the right track. You're really close. You're
10
really
seconds.
close.
Man, you could give
You're
me
okay.
100 seconds, and
Keep
I
going.
don't know how I feel about playing with
Run
it.
with the grits. Just keep playing with it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Nothing
1.
good.
Final answer.
It's nothing good.
Final answer. Man.
Stick with the grits.
Okay,
Something
final
like of
guess.
that consistency. That was a good guess.
Grits are the only thing. Mashed potatoes, but
Hey, got it!
you guys need to learn how to mash some potatoes.
Left. And I already know you guys are gonna do some crazy stupidness, so I'm just gonna go and get this over with. I'm so scared right now. Oh my god. Okay. What is that? Oh no. Oh no. It's like a worm. Is it worms? It's really slimy.
Guess.
I don't like your face at all. Like, what? Stop! I can't look at them. I can't look at them. Are they? They're not worms, like gummy worms. There's some sort. Ew. Ew. Is it moving? Like, is it alive? It's not a worm. What is it if it's not a worm? Is what I don't understand.
Just keep guessing.
What is in this shape and like slimy wet like this?
Alright, Claire, you got
Like,
30 seconds.
it's like a. It feels the consistency of that like fake corn, you know, but it's wet, so it like hot dog vibes, but not.
10 more seconds.
What is that? You guys, I really don't know. I don't know what this is. I just keep like rubbing on it like it's gonna like tell me something. It's a oh, there's a lot. Oh, it's hot. Why is it hot?
3.
Why was that warm? Oh no.
Alright, final guess.
Is it like I'm getting like a weird smell. Is it like some sort of like essential oil stick?
Alright, let's pull out the item.
I'm
Alright,
scared.
take out your hands. Whatever that.
What is that? What is that? I was gonna guess that. I don't even.
So it's dirt into the
It's
liquid
like
soap.
fishing
And then
bait or something?
So they're
Maybe it's
fake.
fishing bait, yep.
This is hot. That's gross. It's literally warm.
Oh, it's tackle. Yeah, it's tackle. Fishing lure.
Yeah.
So it technically is a worm. I think that I was more correct.
You did say gummy worm.
Right? It
Yeah.
is. It's a gummy worm.
All right, guys. Just being honest here. If you guys would have put these mashed potatoes in there, and I would have touched and reached in instantly, you all would have to question me, my sanity, what I do for fun, really anything. Because if you guys were feeling these mashed potatoes, they're not your normal mashed potatoes. So.
Are you making excuses?
Is that an
for
excuse?
yourself?
I mean,
I feel
hey,
like that's
it's not
an
an excuse.
excuse
It's a
that you
reason.
just didn't win.
It's a reason.
It's okay.
It's a.
We're still friends.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Sounds
saying.
good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're gonna have to give it to Team John and Lisa because
Woo!
John got the pudding so quick.
So fast. He
What can I
carried
say?
us.
I'm a good
John-
pudding feeler.
Thank God.
He's
Yeah,
a-
he felt that pudding, John. You really did.
He's an expert in the pudding, man.
We were on two opposite ends of the spectrum. I didn't even guess at all, and
Yeah.
he guessed right away.
Just like that.
See,
It works perfect.
That's a
What can I
great
say?
team right there. So I just want to thank all of you for not only being amazing sports and touching some really gross stuff, but sharing the story of your amazing businesses and just being here to support us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, this has been What's in the Box right here on The Know. I'm Clare McKee. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.